1 second, guys. Let me just load this stuff up. Got lots going on, but I could not skip another Wednesday stream. That would be horrible. We already know it's... Hope you guys are doing well. Let's take that jaw off the job table. Looks nice, though. Hopefully we got something good today. We're doing cows again, guys. Cows have been so good. What is this? Why can I not? Oh, do I need to? Oh my god. This is the worst thing. The only like real complaint that I have about D2R is the fact that you need to go back online if you haven't been on in 30 days. Absolutely crazy. You hear the stream in Discord too? Oh, are you playing it like on Discord from when I tagged? I was wondering what you meant by an echo. Okay, let's validate. I need to make sure I didn't pirate the game, right? Alright, perfect. Good stuff. Okay. This. Rough start. Holy. I think I was brand new at this. Alright, here we go. Like I said, more cows, because cows have been damn good to us. So, just get the calendar and be on our... Let's see. Take your cow level tomorrow night. Moo. Beautiful. Today's the day you started your hardcore character on the new PC, huh, Trace? Awesome. Are you making it a grail, or are you just doing a playthrough? What's the plan? I can't remember if you shared that last time. What's up, Diminished, by the way? How you doing, man? You still here? Hardcore grail, very cool. Hell yeah. Yeah, we'll be doing ours soon enough, but we got Cham, Zod, Cow King Boots, and Unearthed Wand. Hey, you know what? Found a jaw. We found a jaw on Sunday. I'm still riding that high, so I think we'll be done with this grail soon enough. Alright, let's get some high runes tonight, baby. Some high runes or some heavy boots wouldn't be bad. What character are you starting with? Necro. Pretty decent start. It's a little bit slow, but I mean hardcore, right? You gotta stay safe. Especially with absolutely no gear, it can be really rough. But Corpse Explosion can carry you all the way. You don't really need gear for Corpse Explosion to be decent. Mancatcher? Still looking for an ethereal Mancatcher. Just in case. I don't know when we ever make a new Infinity in an ethereal Mancatcher, but maybe we do. Doesn't hurt to have the bases just in case, right? Oh, you know what? I should have taken a look at the, we had a base for Fate that I really wanted to check out and potentially use a boson to farm some cows. Maybe we'll do that later today. Maybe I'll wait for, the next stream. Try to have the most fun. Yeah, that's perfect. That's great. And you know what? That's kind of like why I want to do the next Grail too, because I feel like on this Grail now, like with the position that I'm in and the amount of things that I've abused so far, like terror zones and changing the time and all that, I never play anything that's not efficient, and it's kind of anti-fun. Like for now, I'm having fun, so the efficiency is what makes it fun for me, but I totally agree with you, and I think that's why I'm like so excited for the hardcore Grail. It's because at that point we're just going to be doing whatever feels right, whatever we have gear for, whatever's safe, and ultimately whatever's fun. So very cool. And I mean, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt that the fact that the Mosaic Assassin is so damn efficient, because it's fun as hell. It's still not boring to me. It has not gotten old quite yet. I just love to melt. Oh, not bad. Always nice to find some Java gloves. I'm surprised that we haven't found anything good out of a chest or a body yet, because there's so many poppables in the cow level, you would think. Okay, let's take a quick look at this. I think I have a bases mule. Let's see. You still haven't played Mosaic to this day, Trace? That's crazy. Oh, here it is. Yeah, okay, so this isn't going to work, is it? Because the GM bow is going to roll 5 sockets, if I'm not wrong. And Faith is 4. Yeah. Damn. Okay, so this isn't going to work. That sucks. That would have been a really nice base. I guess we'll have to keep our eyes peeled for a 4-socket GM. Because I do want to make a Faith. I think if not only for the actual boson, also for a mercenary, since they can use those bows now. Yeah, that's crazy. You definitely need to try Mosaic. Maybe you'll get that far on your hardcore playthrough. It's not really an expensive rune word, so, and the bases don't even matter, so it's quite easy to get into. It's crazy to me that the Mosaic on this account was just kind of like a byproduct of doing a whole bunch of other stuff. We just kind of went for it. The Hunter's Guides. +3 corpse explosion, +1 amp damage for level 6. Yeah, that's... Oh, but is it like in the shop? Is that what you're saying? You're too poor? Yeah. Yo, what's up, Ben? How many Terror Zone cow runs before I get bored and do Andy? I'm still riding the high of the fact that we got a Burr Rune and a Jaw Rune in the last week. So... Oh, dude, don't sell that. That's definitely not worth the 5,000 gold you're gonna get for it. That is a sweet starter wand. I mean, sure, typically early on you want to look for more like summon type stuff, but that's still pretty sweet. Keep it on your swap. Well, no, that doesn't make any sense. You can't really swap off of plus skeleton skills. Nah, you'll find gold no problem. Oh man, green antlers. Oh, they look so good. Now, I've been enjoying cows. I really... I don't know if it's the cows so much as just playing Mosaic is fun. Or, you know, finding high runes is really, really sweet. I don't know. I feel like the allure of TZ Andy at this point in the Grail has kind of fallen off, right? Because... I mean, we're looking for runes, and the runes... I'm really... I know she can drop them, but I'm just not confident. I'm more confident that they're gonna come from cows. Or I was thinking if we do get bored of this, maybe doing some Arcane Sanctuary, which, like I said before, makes me nervous with the ghosts that drop their items into the nether, but it's a good spot. Couldn't sell a cold skiller with strength for a mal? Yeah, that's pretty crazy, Ben. You'd think that would sell no problem, and for more than a mal. I mean, I don't know ladder economy very well, but you'd think. You're not playing hardcore, are you? Because I heard hardcore ladder is like the worst. Yo, what's up, Brian? How you doing, brother? Some dude made a mod for Act 4 ghosts not flying over the lava. That is pretty cool. Wonder if we can figure out Act 2 ghosts not flying over the walls of the Arcane Sanctuary as well. That would be revolutionary. Yeah. Yeah, I should see if he can do it up. That's crazy cool. The softest of cores, Ben. Skip an ab day, huh? Oh boy. The weather up here is so gloomy. It's been raining for the past couple days, and it just like... it takes the energy out of me, man. Plus, I had to go to the dentist today to get a cavity filled, which always sucks. I mean, it's my own fault, right? Can't really feel too bad for me, but... yeah, it's been a long day. I was looking forward to getting some high runes tonight. We might end up having enough to do some rerolls. That'd be cool. I should probably, you know what? I should clean some of this up.
Good day.
Get a little cleanup going. Look at this. Look at this. Oh boy, look at how many of the same freaking item we have. Isn't that something? I feel like I'm just gonna throw all these runes onto a rune mule and deal with it later, because you know me. Rune 7. God, it's not even empty. I have so many runes. What am I keeping them for? Maybe we could cube up to a Zod now. Do you guys think we could cube this up to a Zod right now? Yeah, maybe a last wish, Ben. That's a good idea. Yeah, that'll take a lot of rune farming. I just want to make one Breath of the Dying, one Faith, and one Metamorphosis. That's really all I care about. Last Wish is honestly so far down the list of things that I think will ever happen. I never even had hope for it. I want to say I give up, but I never had hope in the first place, so. 2 Dreams would be pretty nice. But that's Jaw runes, right? Like, again, I don't see that happening. Seriously. Maybe at some point, like, if I start the Hardcore Grail and it just ends up being, like, a 5-year process and we end up just playing this account as well when we're bored, maybe that would be, like, the post-Holy Grail goal. You know what I mean? Like, just going for, like, really, really rare stuff. Really hard to get. Yeah, Trace. Don't take your eyes off the hardcore for too long, okay? I don't want you dying because you're watching the stream. Where's the body armor? Body armor. There it is. We have too many teamites too. Oh boy. Do I have a teamite mule? Oh, we have too much here. Okay, I think that's good enough. I just wanted to make some space for the runes. I'm not going to do the whole thing. It would take too long to organize everything. Back to the cow. Ben, have you fired up that smoker yet, man? I was expecting to see some pictures of some amazing foods by now, and yet, to my surprise, you've shared nothing. What's going on there, man?
Good day.
You don't have a house yet. Oh, so where you're living right now, you can't even use it? Is that your current situation? You just kind of bought the smoker because it was a good deal and you didn't want to pass up on it? It's fair enough. Gotcha. Alright, fair enough, man. I'll give you a break then. I'll give you a break. Until you have the house. But once you have the house, I don't want to hear any excuses. Like, oh, I've got a mortgage now. I can't afford kangaroo meat. I'm not gonna allow that. I gotta get the smoker going maybe next week. I head over Costco maybe tomorrow. And get maybe some pork belly. I haven't eaten pork belly this year yet, which is crazy. Normally I do it 2-3 times a year by now. Gotta get the friends on over. Because pork belly, like, it's so good, but you can only have a little bit. Like, it's so rich. It's like 90% fat. So need other people to help me eat it, otherwise I go sick. Dude, these food, what do you call them? Not necessarily food delivery. It is food delivery, but like, you know, the pre-made meals, like, I don't know what they are in your guys' countries, but we have, you know, like HelloFresh and Chef's Plate and Factor. Some of them are like the ingredients you need to make a meal, and some of them are like frozen prepared meals. But all these companies, they're all the same, and they have very, very aggressive marketing. Like, very aggressive advertising. You get letters in the mail, you know, they're texting my phone non-stop. Now, the first time you get them, it's a pretty good deal because they give you like insane discounts to try to get you in. And then after that, if the regular price is just way too expensive, I mean, maybe if you have a really insane salary and literally no time to meal prep, it could be good, but it's expensive. Is this a scam? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Like, listen, the food was good. And yeah, it's convenient, but the pricing is a little bit nuts. And that's how I try to judge these companies with that in mind. Like, if they can spend this much money on advertising, and if they can afford to lose, because you know they're losing money when they give you like 75% off the first 5 orders or something like that. How much money do they stand to gain on like full-time subscribers, which means how overpriced is their product? And the answer is very, very overpriced. So, yeah, we did all of them the first time, but now they all know us, and wow, Trace, that's some harsh criticism of your mother's cooking, but hey, I feel like better than McDonald's burgers is not even like a compliment. It's just like the bare minimum. I had McDonald's for the first time in a pretty long time. Last week on my way up to a cottage, we stopped for some food because it was quite a long drive. And I was, you know, it was good. You know how you go to McDonald's and it's like 50-50 chance it's either absolute garbage or like pretty decent because everything feels like it's just been, you know, I don't want to say cooked. I would say maybe heated up. You know, fresh as far as McDonald's goes. And it was good. It was actually pretty good for McDonald's. And we had coupons and all that, so it was decent, but yeah. You never hit the bad 50%? My goodness. I tried McDonald's when we were in Italy, and it was just horrible. So I don't even want to say maybe it's different in Europe, because it isn't. Nope. Maybe you just have the one establishment where they're really good. Or maybe your standards are just super low. But yeah, Ben, I'm with you. Just buy groceries. I mean, I have a pretty privileged life when it comes to like working from home and, you know, having my own car and living 5 minutes away from a grocery store. So I definitely, you know, we buy groceries and we cook food because, like, for me, it's like, oh, maybe I'll spoil myself and get like the good meat. It's easier to make those decisions when it's convenient. But I mean, you see it all the time on Caleb Hammer. Like, I think there was one episode maybe last week, I think. If not last week, it was the week before, where I think she said she spent like $200 a week at Dunkin' Donuts, which is absolutely insane. Now, mind you, she said she was buying stuff for other people, but it's like, still, how do you ever justify that? That's just crazy. Even people who just get, like, you know, get a coffee every morning. Like, I haven't had coffee out in so many years. So much cheaper to just make coffee at home. Crazy how quickly that kind of stuff adds up. You have low standards. Fair enough. Fair enough. You know what? Honestly, it's better to have low standards. You're just happier. That's just a happier way to live. Straight up. High standards is just an excuse for having a miserable life. Like when I started smoking ribs at home, I basically stopped eating ribs out because I was like, hey, these ribs suck compared to what I make, and they're like super expensive from, you know, from restaurants and stuff. So, I wish I could go back. The 700% interest chick. Yeah, I think I did, but I can't quite pin what it was for. That was pretty recent, right? Maybe I'm misremembering. I haven't watched the last couple. Normally, I like to watch them because they start, like, he releases them right after my morning meetings. And I can put it on kind of like a podcast while I get some work done. But lately I've been so locked in, I haven't even been doing that. Ooh. All sorts of uniques dropping. Dude, we haven't gotten an ethereal Tomb Reaver, like, in the past, like, 8 Tomb Reavers. What's going on here? Appreciate you guys, by the way. If you guys could like the stream, it would put a smile on my little face. Mancatcher? Ooh, ethereal Mancatcher. Again, I don't know when I'll ever make another rune word out of this, but I've always wanted one, so. Come on, cows. It was Burr Rune into Jaw Rune, and now you're gonna drop me the Cham Rune. Shouldn't take longer than a week to get the Zod, and then we'll be done. It's just that easy, I thought, right? Rune. No, 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 no. To be fair, we haven't seen one of those in a long time either. They feel rare, but rare in a bad way, like an unlucky type of rare. Don't want that. Damn you cows. It's unfortunate about that GM bow. I was actually really excited to play the boson. And I think it's pretty hard to get a 4-socket GM with any sort of relevance at all. You know, in so far as the like the skills to roll and stuff. But we'll keep our eyes out. And we'll pray. It'd be really fun to play multi-shot boson. Probably would need to tone it down to like players 3 for the most part, but oh, I don't even mind.
Good day.
Of course, Razan got absolutely one shot. Typical. I gotta find a way to edit the loot filter on the fly. Like, I haven't looked into how it's written enough to like just go in there and start labeling stuff that we're looking for, like just like a base GM bow or something, make it stand out a bit. We got a few classes left to play for hardcore. Poison Echo Boson, Fire Druid. Yeah, I got lots left to play. We didn't do too much variety on the Grail, I'm gonna be honest. That's what I was like you said, right? Trying to just have fun with it instead of just playing what's efficient. Because we basically did the Paladin, the Sorceress, and this. And that's basically it. We did a little bit of Javazon stuff, not really. It's pretty sad. But I'll try to come up with some rules for the hardcore so that we're forced to. Like, again, I don't want to not have fun with it, but I want to make it so that we're farming like, we'll have it like, you know, specific characters have to farm specific zones or something for a certain amount of time, just so that we can at least say we played on every character, different builds, and explored a bit. And I'm sure it'll pay off. Do some pits runs, do some swampy pits even. Some icy cellar. I've seen people get Zod Rune in Act 5 random, you know, random little maps. I should be doing that kind of stuff. But it's a rough life when you're target farming Zod Rune. There's not much that can be done there, so. I actually think it's probably worth it at this point to just permanently put up a list of the items left on the Grail on the screen. I mean, we're down to 4 items. Didn't take up much space at all. Yeah, the odds too. Yeah, it's a good idea. Okay, let's do it's just putting a big smaller. I'll just put Zod and Sham. You guys know their runes. As far as the actual job chance goes, I mean, I'll just use max roll, but if you guys have something better, because I know, Ben, you're not a big fan, but... What kind of MF are we working with? 368. That's pretty crazy. I don't think we're getting the hooves from here, to be honest, guys. I think it's... Oh, actually, no, hold on. Is this... Yeah, no, this is hell. If we were playing on normal, it'd be 1 in 80k. Yikes. Holy crap. Alright. No problem. No problem. S web is 1 in 6 million. Okay. Why am I doing this here? This is a bad idea. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm not liking these odds anymore. Surely there's a better way to do this, right? Yeah, I don't know. The odds are not looking too great. Yeah, that's probably better. Probably right. Every difficulty is a new build? Every difficulty is a new build. That's interesting, actually. I mean, I don't even know if that's really challenging if you just... Because you can... Normal, you can do anything in normal. You know what I mean? Not challenging, just some variety. Okay. That's fair enough. I forgot that not everything has to be a challenge. That's my bad. Goddamn, man. Looking at those numbers, looking at those odds, making me a lot less confident. Once you have all your hardcore characters leveled, you could spin a wheel for what character and content. Yeah, we could definitely do a wheel. I'm always down for wheels. The only thing is that I planned on not using infinite respecs for the hardcore. But I mean, we could just put on like a wheel of what we have. And then, like I said, I'm going to farm tokens. It's not like we'll never respec, but that could work. Never tell me the odds. See, that's the thing. It genuinely is just ruining it for me. Now, when I look at them, like I was excited to do cows tonight. And now I'm looking at the odds and I'm going, this is never going to happen. We are never going to find these items. Like, it's crazy. Let me see. So let's see. We found a jaw rune last week. Let's see how rare that was. That was 1 in 250,000. So the Cham rune is almost twice as rare, and the Zod is 4 times as rare. Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. Wow. Okay, hang on, guys. Let me just respond to the wife here. But it's per kill. Yeah, but I mean, how many cows do we get in one run, right? Like a few hundred? So if we get, I mean, let's say we get 500 kills a run, which I think is generous. I honestly don't even think we get 500. That means that we still would need to do, like, I'm trying to do the math in my head. I don't think I can. Yeah, like 300 run. Yeah, 300 to 400 cows maybe. 300 is probably a more like a more conservative number. So 300 cows in one run means every 10 runs you do 3,000. Every 100 runs you do 30,000. So on average for the Cow King's hooves, we're talking 500 runs. And for the I mean, the Death's Web is just not gonna happen. We're gonna have to get that somewhere else. But we were never farming that here. But 500 runs for the hooves, 1,000 for the Cham, 3,000 for the Zod. Pretty insane when you think about it that way. Like, 3,000 runs for the Zod, and the runs take, let's say, 3 minutes. That's 9,000 minutes, which is what, like 150 hours in total? Just insane. Just insane. But I mean, what else is there? Like, what else would be faster, right? The answer is probably nothing. That's the craziest part. Because even when you look into other stuff that has better odds, you have to ask yourself, can I kill more of those things in the same amount of time compared to cows in order to achieve better results? And I genuinely don't think you can. Right? You could do a Holy Fire, Holy Shark Paladin, go to Nightmare, and get the Cow King set. Just enter a map and everything dies. Yeah, Ben, I mean, according to the drop table, it's actually more common in normal. Again, I know that you don't like the max roll calculator. So if you can find something that works better, let me know. But, like, I'm looking at... If we look for the Cow King's hooves... Hell is 1 in 146, Nightmare is 1 in 110, and Normal is 1 in 80. So for some reason, the horns have an insanely low versus Normal. Nightmare is 1 in 50k, Normal's 1 in 160k. But the hooves are better in Normal, so we'd actually need to do Normal. And the whole reason I'm not doing Normal, though, is simply because that leaves no chance at a high rune. Right, so at least with this, is it twice as unlikely, or I guess half as likely? Yes, but you also have chances of other decent drops, bases, runes, all sorts of other stuff. Otherwise, if we do normal, we're literally looking for one item and one item only, and it's still 1 in 80k. So we still are gonna have to do like 300 to 400 runs. It's, I don't know. It still seems crazy. It still seems like, again, this is with the caveat that there's no, like, better way to find high runes, right? If there was another place that I could do high runes, and we were only in the cows for the Cow King set, then getting the Cow King set from normal would be better. Because then we can move away from cows. Right? There's a little detail I'm not seeing. What am I not seeing? I definitely don't doubt that that's true. Personally, I just find it like... you get other stuff like runes inside those odds. Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I mean. Like, in 300 runs, we might get the boots and we might get another Burr rune or Jaw rune or Cham rune or something like that. Which is why I mean, we tried doing normal or Nightmare Calc for a little bit, but it was just not worth it. Trav is probably better for high runes. See, that is true. You're probably right. But I don't have time to get the barb ready. As much as I've been trying to for the last like 2 weeks. The barb's not ready. And I don't think Trav is worth it without fine item. You don't need a burr for the grail. No, but I mean, we could cube up the runes. I've already said that I'm allowed to cube up. I would absolutely love to find the runes on the ground. I'd love to, but it's probably going to mean that the grail goes forever, so. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, like, I think when you're searching for something like a Zod, it doesn't even matter. Like, I genuinely think, like, you just play the game and you just don't even worry about it. You don't even hope for the Zod. You just play the game. And when the Zod drops, if the Zod drops, that's a good time. And otherwise, yeah. Do you know how many burrs you need for a Zod? Ben, we did the math, and right now, if I cube everything we have a Cham rune and a Burr rune. The Zod will find you. So we're like somewhat close if we're just cubing everything. Which is to say, if we even find just a Cham rune and we want to just get it over with, we could just cube the Chams. So, Ryan, for runes, lower Kuros or Trap are 100% the play. Yeah, I think if I had the barb ready, we'd be doing Trap for sure. In that case, I would say, yeah, let's do normal cows. Let's just absolutely rush through them because we're gonna kill them like 2 to 3 times as quick on normal with like an Oridon, like you guys are saying, and then that way we can just move on and then just do Trap. You're 50% of the way there, and you've been doing this for a year. Okay, to be fair, we've been doing, like, basically only Andy. And in the last week, we've gotten a quarter of the way to a Zod rune. Ooh, nice. So, you know, kind of cool, right? I think honestly I made a mistake by committing to getting the runes for this grail. I think we probably should have just stayed with what items were available before. Just items and not runes. Still, I mean, the Death's Web is still insanely hard to find, and I would probably just end up farming non-stop tears on Andy, which is not necessarily fun. But that's what I'm saying, like, I should just be playing the game. Just enjoy, you know? Have a good time instead of worrying about all these drops. But no, I definitely don't want to do lower Kuros. Like, I know we're talking about cubing it up, but I don't even want to do that. You can't not include runes. You're still annoyed that I'm doing the cubing. I'm only going to do the cubing if I get desperate, which I probably will. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Trace. Ben doesn't agree, but we don't listen to Ben because he's a bully. We don't care what he has to say. Stupid Ben.
I am overburdened.
Comes in here with his big muscles and tries to tell me I can't cube my runes. Gonna be honest though, we are not getting lucky on these charms. We have done dozens and dozens of small charms and grand charms the last couple weeks, and we haven't gotten anything. What's going on there? Look at that. Whoa. They heard my complaints. Yikes. Actually, let's keep these because we're gonna cube these. See if we can get something decent. God forbid anybody in the chat is wholesome, huh? God forbid. The Joe style. All right, let's cube these grand charms and see if we can't get something decent. Because we got quite a few bad boys in here. Just put these away for right now. Yeah, here we go. Cuban time. We've actually gotten some pretty good rerolls in the past. Can we keep up the luck? Be a lifer? Hey! Paladin combat. Let's go, baby. Just what we needed. We only have like 4 or 5 Picoms, so that's actually really, really sweet. Let's go. Very nice. That's why I love these gems so much. That was quick too. Very sweet. Summoning skills. I mean, you know, we keep them. We keep them. It's not necessarily anything crazy, but we'll keep them. I think I dropped some. Oh. I dropped some bad ones around here. Oh, this reminds me of the good old days being on a new character. You find a game where people have been doing cow runs and you just go in and pick up all the loot. All right, let's just do another one. We'll find it. Yeah, more skeletons is never wrong, right?
Yes.
It's never bad. My landlord got a new dishwasher delivered today, so I had to take the old one out, which was actually easier than I thought it was going to be. And I got to install the new one after the stream. Shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully I don't damage anything.
The order welcomes you.
You have 4 skeleton strays. It's hard to not go into the mage. The skeletal mages when you're playing a new character, for me at least, because I always want to have as many skeletons as possible. They're so weak. It really is just better to go into the regular skeletons, but quality is not better than quantity. Your landlord makes you install it. Well, I have a pretty good relationship with my landlord. I told him that that there was something wrong with the dishwasher. And he said, I can either send somebody to come fix the dishwasher, or if you want to install it, I'll buy a brand new one. So I talked to some family and they were like, oh, it's super easy. So if you guys want a new dishwasher, just take that. And we're like, okay. So he had the option. He was offering to fix the old one. But he's like, but if you want to install a new one for me, then I'll get a new one. Oh, okay. Sure. Don't mind at all. Got some points in the Skeleton Mastery? Yeah. Yeah, Skeleton Mastery is freaking awesome. As a kid, I never used it. It was just full skeletons. Give me the most amount of skeletons as possible. I don't care how strong they are. I just want to see them. Didn't get me very far. If you so much as scratch a wall. No way, man. No, I don't really worry about that kind of stuff. Maybe I should, but I haven't. We moved in like 6 years ago. I haven't seen my landlord since then. We barely ever bug him. We do a lot of the stuff ourselves. We're just happier that way. Don't really mind it. It's not like we're breaking his stuff or anything. Just living a simple, non-confrontational life. Ooh, amulets. Yeah, I think that's kind of like half of the reason, Ben, is because like our rent is a lot cheaper than it should be. And there's some reasons for that. Like when we moved in, this place was not in the best condition. He was just moving another tenant out. And so like, we were just like, you know what? The rent is so cheap. We're only going to bug him if we really need to. And it's worked out so far. Because you, like, really, you cannot get the rent that we have in this area at all. Trace 3 tower runs and you already got stealth, eh? Sometimes that can take forever. Wouldn't even change a light bulb. Ben, maybe that's just you admitting you don't know how to change a light bulb. Maybe you're one of those, huh? Unbelievable. An electrician to change a light bulb. I don't doubt it. That sounds like something you would do. Yeah.
Good day.
Damn, so many gems dropping. Love it. Sacred Charge, is that? Yeah, it is one of the good ones there. We still do not have an exile. I gotta keep my eyes out. I keep forgetting that we don't have an exile yet. I just leave paladin bases on the ground like they're nothing. They're absolute scumbags, Ben. Did they do something? Like what happened there? I mean, honestly, I don't, it's not surprising. Landlords typically are scumbags. I think we got extremely lucky, which is another reason why we just don't bug him. He's just been great and it's cheap, so, you know, stay on good terms. But, yeah, what happened? What's the story there? You changed your first light bulb recently, 4 years ago? Yeah, I changed all the light bulbs in the house to the, like the white light ones that are just supposed to be better on electricity. Plus, I just like the white light better. The lighting's better. I'm not sure if the wife loves it for like makeup type stuff, but actually, I don't think the light bulbs in here are those yet. I should probably do that. Come on, heavy boots. I still can't believe we actually found a pair of heavy boots. And they were Sanders. So sad. Did they come off of the king? Yes, probably. But still, such a tease. They had us move in. You came in one day and they're in the apartment with a tradie, which I don't know what that is because I'm not from fake Canada. They thought they were planning on doing renovation and they just thought you'd be okay with construction. What the hell? Wow. Yeah, that sounds like something they do before they find new tenants. But I guess they didn't want to miss out on that like 1 to 2 month delay of income. Yeah, it sounds like a landlord. Sounds like a landlord to me. Yep. Tradies are construction workers. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, that sucks, dude. I mean, we had like kind of a similar thing, like, but we knew that it was gonna happen because the landlord told us before we moved in. He's like, hey, I have this, and this I want to do. Do you guys want to move in like before or after? And we're like, oh, we'll just move in, and then, you know, if people need to come in and out, then they can. But I mean, I don't know. It sounds like they were doing some pretty big work, like some invasive type stuff. So yeah, that's not great. Yeah, it's rough, man. It's rough. And that's why, I mean, our landlord increased the rent after not having increased it for a very long time. And he increased it more than he was allowed to. But we were like, you know what? That's fine. Because at the end of the day, it's still fair. And I don't really want to move out and risk like being at the next landlord is like horrible, right? 3 months. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's rough, dude. And you work from home, right? So that would be like potentially invasive on your work too. Yeah, that's no bueno, dude. Damn. Yeah, at least you have like the Fair Trade Commission to go to, right? I think in the States it can be very, very hard. I don't know if it's like specific states only, but I know that they over there, they have some, depending on the state, there's like nothing you can do in a lot of cases. Yeah, Trace, I'm telling you, corpse explosion is not bad, especially like just from the start. Just don't do players like, you know, just do players on the whole way and you'll feel like a god. Yeah, fair enough, Ben. Wouldn't want to go through that either. But the thing is, now you're gonna have to change your own light bulbs, man. I know. It's gonna really suck. But you can do it. I believe in you. I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. I'm surprised you don't have like a funny Australian nickname for light bulbs. Like lighties or something. Okay, this zone's gonna de-terrorize in a minute here. Maybe we switch it up. Let me see what the odds are of like a Death's Web in hits. Well, the chances for Zod rune's way higher. Yeah. Death's Web is way better though. Hmm.
No.
Hmm. Electrician Sparkies? Yeah, see, that makes sense. That makes sense. Got the tradies and Sparkies coming in. You guys are fun people. I'm just trying to decide where to go. Where's the best place to find a Death's Web? Where to find Death's Web? Is Chaos better? Not really. It's about the same everywhere, huh? Andy? Yeah, Andy's probably good. Bricklayers are chippies. Yeah, that one I'm not finding the connection to. Not as much. TZ Andy. Yeah. I mean... I can't even see because this website doesn't actually tell me like the actual drop chance for things that are made possible by terror zones, right? Anyways, let's ID these charms and then roll them. So not bad. All right, let's do these. See if we can get another skiller. Oh. Tony Hawk remake. Honestly, dude, those games are so much fun. I wouldn't even be opposed to that. It's been so long since I've played that stuff. Ooh, martial arts assassin skiller. Actually good for me. Is this worth it for Mosaic? I don't even know. But we'll take it. Nice, that's 3 skillers. Honestly, I'm gonna have to start doing some game dev streams soon because I gotta get my ass in gear and work on my game a little bit more, man. I'm lagging behind on that. I gotta make something happen. And maybe live streaming that and getting yelled at for how bad my code is will motivate me. I am killing everything in one hit, yes. But what if I could kill everything in one hit faster?
Impossible.
Impossible. Okay. Okay, I see you. Double martial arts skillers. All right. Damn. Sweet. Okay, what are we doing next? What are we doing next? You know what? Let's do some more. Let's do some more, chaos. We still haven't found anything insane from chaos, which I'd like to. So, let's do it. Missing the shock. Oh, here it is. Chaos is a good time, man. Chaos is a good. Oh, and we have our new skiller too. Let's go. A little bit less MF, but who cares about that? More damage. Cool. Make our small charms match a little bit because I'm fancy. Oh, no, it's not right. Alright. Oh, baby. Yeah, we still haven't found anything crazy from chaos, so, I mean, there's hope, you know? There's hope. Our grand charms don't match? Ah, you're so right. There we go. What's our damage up to now? 14 to 14k. It's not bad. Okay, ghosties. Surely the ghosts have like a 1 in 500 chance of Zod Rune. So a couple runs and we should have it. I wonder how that guy made that mod that gets the ghost to stay away from the river. I wonder if he manipulated the logic of the ghosts or the layout of the map. Very curious. Oh, jeez. Chugging rejuves, what the hell, man? Why am I so weak? I have faith. I have faith that we get the Death's Web from Diablo himself. Let's see. Actually, 1 in 15,000 from Diablo. It's actually not that bad. Like, that's... Obviously, that means like 15,000 runs, but... Considering the chance of getting it from everything else, and then you have a pretty good chance of just getting it from Diablo. Alright, maybe we do a 15,000 chaos runs. It could be good. I mean, we could always skip everything else and then just try to get Diablo killed as quickly as possible, you know? Probably wouldn't take that long. Has Diablo ever dropped me anything decent? No. So I don't really trust him. But maybe it's because he's holding out, because he's got something real good. That'd be a fun little experiment, though. Chaos Sanctuary until Death's Web. Probably give up after about 50, 60 runs. Wouldn't be the first time I give up on something. Uh-oh. I wonder if we just drop down to like players 3. What the chances are. They're always holding out. Their good drop comes one run after you quit. Yeah, it's a paradox right there. Yeah, I mean, we're at the point of the game where when we die, we set ourselves back like 50 runs. Maybe not 50, but you know what I mean. Okay, let me see here. Interesting. Players 3 is basically the same. So we could be doing players 3. Players 1 is a big difference. But players 3 Diablo has a 1 in 15,000 chance for a Death's Web. And a 1 in 70,000 chance for Chamoon. I mean, it seems decent. It seems decent. Like, I'm thinking you're just getting a sorceress. Maybe this is why people do that, what is it? That seal trick with the sorceress, right? Like, you just teleport through, kill everything real quick, or kill, like, the seal stuff real quick. Could be a tactic. Maybe they're hunting for Death's Web. Still, 15,000 runs is no joke. Drive by chaos. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. 1 in 15,000 does not mean 15,000 runs to get the job. You're right, Ben. It could happen sooner. That's what you mean, right? Surely that's what you mean. And not that it's going to take longer. I think I'll get it sooner. Appreciate you, Ryan. How you doing, brother? Any more interviews? Any word back from the interview you had? How's it going on that front? Nope and nope. That's the way it be. That's the way it be sometimes. Okay, let's say we do 2 minutes a run. 15,000 runs times 2 minutes a run. 60 minutes in an hour. 500 hours. Huh. Yeah. 500 hours. Okay. And then there's a 1 in 1.3 million chance to get it from... Not looking good. You're a bit dejected with your experience. You got 1 callback. Yeah, it's rough, dude. Like, especially when you have the experience. The problem is that if you're applying to roles that are below your experience, where you're thinking, oh man, I'll almost definitely get this role because I'm overqualified. Sometimes they don't like that overqualification because they think, oh, you're just using us to move on to something better, which is so ridiculous, right? And then sometimes when you're applying to stuff that does meet your experience, it's hard because there's some hard competition, and you know there's only 1 role available because it's a more senior position versus a junior one. Yeah. But yeah, like Ben's saying, dude, like obviously we want you to get a job sooner rather than later, but 1 week is not very much time. It's all about timing with this kind of stuff, when the opportunities come up and whether you're available for them. I'll have faith. Crazy that Pedro's always also going through the same thing. Probably a little bit different for his field, but obviously sucks that he's also looking for a job. See, Ben doesn't get it because Ben doesn't have to worry about this. He loses his job, he's just going to become a model. He's already got people lining up at the door. He doesn't know what it's like, you know? So, don't mind him. Yeah. That sounds about right though, Ben. Like for that field, like I would be very, very what's the word I should use? I would be ready for a very long period of no work should I have anything happen to my job, for sure. Because the field is just, it's horrible to, like I have some friends who lost their jobs recently and they're really, really smart people and they're applying to stuff and it's like, what the hell? Is this Glaze Ben Day? Every day is Glaze Ben Day. Every day.
What do you need?
Yeah, Ben, have you seen my LinkedIn? I'm real good at Scrum. Yeah. Six endorsements of your collaboration. That's all that matters then. As long as you're getting endorsed. But Ryan, PM is project manager, the product side of software development. Ben's job is to tell me what to do, and then I do it. So he's got a really, really easy job, and he makes a lot of money. Yeah, it's kind of BS, honestly. But honestly, dude, yeah, Ryan, like 100%. Listen. Just do what you gotta do. You know? Do what you gotta do to get the interview, and then show them that you're the prime candidate that you are. Yo, what's up, Yak? You're almost at the point in your career where you can either open a business and make 150K a year solo, potentially make way more, or make 100K a year doing 2 days of work. Yeah. Yeah, I understand that completely. I think it's about that choice, whether you want to work harder for more money and take on a risk, right? A lot more risk when it comes to owning your own business. Or just to continue to kind of be comfortable. And yeah, like I think I talk about it a lot, but I absolutely love my employer, and I'm kind of in that point where like, could I maybe like, you know, do a bunch of leak code and try to see if I get a job at one of the much bigger, you know, FANG companies? And yeah, probably, but it also worked me to the bone from what I've heard, and I'm not too excited about that idea. So yeah, exactly. I fully agree with you 100%. The Australian workforce is literally just miners and consultants. And kangaroo hunters. Don't forget the hunters. Or do the miners do that? Just like a side gig for them. Yeah, I have a friend of a friend who just took a job with Amazon, and he's moving to Seattle to do it. And it's just like, okay, that's crazy to me. That's just crazy. I'm sure it's going to be insane, like amazing money and great on the resume, but I don't know if I could do it, man. I'm too old to relocate and put my whole life into a job, which is what that kind of feels like. But some people are like that, you know? Some people just, they like that. They want to have a job where they feel like they're working absolutely harder than ever before, and they're proud of that, which is cool. Yeah, man, exactly. It's really not like what a lot of people want to do. And if you're not happy making your money, then I mean, a job's a job, you know, but you gotta try at least to be happy. In the next 3 years, you're eligible to take a few tests and become an electrical inspector and work legitimately 10 to 16 hours a week. Very cool, man. I feel like that comes with the experience, right? You put in the time, and that's kind of like the reward at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, fair enough, Ryan. I'm right there with you. No, I absolutely love my job. Like, for the most part, as long as you get your work done, everybody's happy. You know, there's crunch time, which makes complete sense because we got to keep the client happy and make the company money so that we can keep getting paid. But I've never felt like I was really drowning in any sort of manner, which is amazing. Yeah, he's a Sparky. Oh, God. Please don't use Australian slurs in my chat. Dude, this is kind of nuts, eh? This is almost really good. Dang. Needs to be in the electrician for 10 years. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, see, that's the thing, though, Yak. Like, maybe if you had started something like that before, then putting in 10 years to build your business so that you could eventually sit back is kind of worth it, right? But at this point in your life, you're probably just like not really interested in that, right? Yeah, the games industry is even worse, Ryan, which is crazy because I mean, as a kid, it's all I wanted to do. Now I want to do it as a hobby. Like now I want to do indie dev stuff, but I don't want it to become like my main source of income because it's, I mean, who knows, right? It's so unpredictable. And I would never want to work for like a big publisher. The electricity goes backwards. DC AC. That spot's can't 20 people. Yeah, I saw that. Absolutely insane. Yeah. Yeah, that's no fun, man. No fun. You'd think it would be the opposite, right? Like, you would think that you get a job at a company like Microsoft, or with, well, you know, with like Sony, you're making PlayStation type stuff, or you're making Xbox type stuff. You'd think you're in, like you're good, you're set, you got the big job, but no. Chaos Sanctuary crunching my audio again? I don't know what it is either. Like, is there some kind of... Maybe there's something I can do here that would like... I don't know. Annoying. Damn Chaos Sanctuary. I got the crunch too. Damn. Is it quick though? Does it just like come and go? Or is it something I should actually look into? The line has been going up forever. What do you mean by that? You just mean like with the number of people working there, or? Yo, what's up, Christopher? How you doing, man? You're not doing the drive-by correctly? I'm not doing the drive-by at all, Ryan. See, the thing is, this is similar to me worrying about ghosts dropping their stuff off of platforms. I would always be worried that I'm missing something. You know what I mean? I'd rather just kill everything. Oh. Kill everything and have a chance at the good drops, you know? Doing good? Good stuff, man. Good. Revenues and profits keep going up. Yeah. Oh, it's all shareholder stuff. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's a way to meet the numbers easily. Like, look at us. Our expenses went down. How'd they go down so quickly? That's crazy. Yeah, I know, Ryan. I know. I just have to go and look and... This is better. I want the experience anyways. We're going for 99, aren't we? Yeah, yeah, the Amazon Emmy was another so close moment. If it was strength instead of energy, if the res was 30 instead of 3, and too many what ifs. Typical with D2 rare items. They're always so close. Which, I mean, I think that honestly means they did something right. Do you get the experience when you do a seal trip? I thought you didn't because it's like a distance thing, right? Like you'd be too far away from most of what dies. That's my understanding. I honestly have never looked into it though. I just knew it was a thing. You don't get XP from seal popping. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Ryan is wrong again. Womp womp. Who knows though? Ben could be lying. Who knows, man? I've learned not to trust the chat. You never know. I should really be doing like a pseudo drive-by though, where I just kill like what's really convenient and then move on instead of like worrying about the little guys. The ghosts are a little bit different because they have good rune drops, but it's a rune farming thing. Oh, not even the MF applies, but it's just the ghosts have a good rune drop table. Right. Makes sense. Ooh. That was close. Thank God my mercenary ate most of that for me. Appreciate that, buddy. Okay, well. Something about killing stuff in Chaos Sanctuary though, like the monster animations and then the deaths and stuff are really satisfying. So I really don't mind doing the full clear. I think the seal pop is good like earlier, like on a fresher character maybe. I don't know. Yeah, Chaos Sanctuary's definitely one of my favorite spots. And despite the fact that Diablo drops absolutely nothing ever. Demonoid boots. Useless. Useless little booties. You drop godly items for you, Christopher. But you are the one of the lucky few. I'm with Yak on this one, man. He has dropped nothing for me. Like I don't think we've gotten a single like nothing worth a reaction has dropped from Diablo on this entire playthrough. So for this like account, and yet here we are. Here we are, hoping and praying that our luck might change. Bale never drops anything either. Yeah, I don't do a lot of Bale, so the sample size there is probably not very high, but yeah, it shows, Ben. It shows based on the results. Duriel, really, Yak? I've never farmed Duriel. My confidence in Duriel drops is very low, even lower than Diablo drops. Yeah, Jeff, Duriel's scroll drops definitely kill the drop table. Yeah. Unless you really need a town portal. I mean, hey, fair enough. If you're target farming, you know, scrolls of TP, then all of a sudden Duriel's looking real good. But also, if your target's farming Skull TP, and he's also just like hard to get to, and he's not that easy to kill. Like, it's just not a very ideal situation, but I get it, Yak. I get it. Like, if you've gotten a couple good drops, then in your head it'll always be a decent place to just kind of do every once in a while. You know what I mean? It's a mental thing. Yeah, Ben, honestly, being able to target farm full rejuves wouldn't be a bad idea. Depending on the areas you farm, you might not be getting a lot of rejuves, right? Like, we're pretty loaded on rejuves right now, but I remember when we were doing the very start of the account, before we even had torches, before we had the Annie, and I wanted to do a torch run, we had no rejuves, and I was like, what the hell? Where do I go to target farm these? Because we are broke on juves. You run out when you're doing trab? Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. If you make it harder to get, the reward should match. Yeah, I agree, Christopher. Like, I think Duriel should have a really great drop table, and I think Diablo should have an even better drop table too, because again, you have to do so much to get to the boss, right? Like, when you compare something like Andy to something like Diablo, I almost feel like their drop table should be swapped, you know? Because you can get to Andy and kill her in like 15 seconds. And it takes 2 to 3 minutes to do a decent Diablo run. Okay, come back. Come back. Come back. God. It's weird. It's weird, but that's the way Blizzard writes stuff. Any drops are as good as they are because she's bugged out. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. That's definitely fair. But it still is like, even if she wasn't bugged, Terrorize, she's still probably better to run than Diablo, right? And Chaos in general, if you're looking for uniques. We have 14 to 14k hammer damage. 13 to 14k when the bow runs off. 14 to 14k here. Yeah. But again, it really takes the fun out of the game when you start to think about all that stuff. You start to think about what's worth your time and what's got better drops. I wish I could forget all of it and just farm what I like. Oh yeah, I love Blessed Hammer for sure, Yak. I mean, back in the day when Diablo 2 was the only ARPG I played, whenever I played a new ARPG, all I wanted to do was find a skill like this one. I open up Grim Dawn for the first time. Is there hammers? Can I do hammers? Yeah. Yeah, they did. They did good. They did good. You like think being efficient is actually more fun than playing the game? I mean, I don't know. I think a lot of people think that way. So you're totally valid. Like, for some people, the most fun they ever have is min-maxing the game, which for me, oh my god, I hate it. Like, it sucks the life out of it. You know? Ironically, I am able to kind of forget that when I play games like RuneScape, because I absolutely love AFKing for like 5 mil an hour. Even though I know I could be doing bossing and make like 60 mil an hour. But I think the difference there is the effort involved, right? Like, here, the effort involved between one boss and another is basically always the same. Whereas in RuneScape, your reward basically reflects the effort you put in, so a little bit different. Do you ever wonder how many bail runs you've done in your life? I wish that there was something that tracked the amount of time I put into Diablo 2 over the course of my life, for sure. Jeff, it would be such a cool statistic to see, wouldn't it? I mean, as a kid, I remember as a kid waking up during summer break, waking up at 8 in the morning and doing bail runs all day, every single day, all summer long. I would love to know how much time I've spent in bail runs. You had to go to summer school in 6th grade because of Diablo 2? Yeah, I don't blame you there. Sitting in the D2 planar at maximal and trying combinations to make the kill time go as low as possible is more fun than actually playing the game. Okay, now Ben, now I don't know if you're serious anymore. For a second you kind of had me. Now I'm starting to doubt it. That'd be pretty sweet, Yak. Alright, so here's how you spend your life. I wouldn't call it the best way, but there's definitely worse out there. You're full serious. Hey, man. Maybe you just like numbers. You know what? Actually, that sounds... Yeah. No, I just remembered you're a PM. Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right. PMs. For you, apparently it's a 13, Ben. The amount of time you're putting into it. For me, it's a 1. I'll get it done this morning and be playing by the afternoon, man. Do you have a geared barbarian? Nah, Jeffa, that is the last character on the account. So the way we made our characters is I started with a sorceress and then made a paladin, and then from that point on we did torch runs, and every torch determined the next character I was gonna make. And barbarian got left to last. And honestly, at this point I'm just a little bit lazy, and I also just don't have a ton of time to do the leveling. So the barbarian's level 1. If we had it, I'd love to do some Trav right now, but I know. I am a huge slacker. I really am. What do you mean? Yeah, level 1, man. Level 1. That's the level they start at. Don't you know? Yeah, it's probably a good idea, Rhyme. We probably should do a couple streams where I'm doing the leveling. Can you double your barb level this stream? I don't know if I have time, Ben. Yeah, I think what I'll do is maybe I'll look into finding out how I can put the chat on the screen. That way I can turn the videos in, or like turn the stream into some videos for the leveling, and have chat on the screen. Just cut them down a little bit, and then that way we'll have the barb ready to go. Because it's a lot easier to do when I have you guys to chat with, but like when I try to sit down and do 45 minutes of like solo leveling on a melee character, it just makes me want to rip my hair out, so. That's not a bad plan, Ben. Slapshot, that's exactly how it goes, dude. I remember when we were doing lower cross runs, I think I found a Rune and then like 800 runs of nothing. It's bad, but then you get that next drop and then the adrenaline's pumping. And that's Diablo. Can you say Australian words if your chat is on the screen? Of course. You can say whatever you want. Except for the things that you can't. Read the fine print. Play throw barb? Well, I definitely will be playing throw barb. The problem is that like we were saving a bunch of items for the throw barb because I wanted to do it. But then when I went back into the mules and looked at what we had, a lot of the items are really high level. So when you think about using them for like a playthrough, it just doesn't make any sense because we're in like halfway through hell by the time we can use most of the items we have. So it's kind of a pain in the ass actually. Solo barb is OP in classic mode. I've never played classic. Like I'm sure I did when classic was all that was out, like as a very small child. But I've never played classic since expansion come out. Most addicting game you've ever played? Nice, Slapshot. Are you new to Diablo 2? Did you start with D2R? Yeah, I've been playing for like 20 years at least. I must have been... Yeah, I must have been like 9 or 10 when I first started playing Diablo, which might be too young, but I love it. Switch throwing Taltal flails to start. Yeah. Yeah, we have a ton of early melee gear, Ryan. That's why I was like, yeah, we'll go melee for the start. Like we got the Twitch throw, we got the blood fists, you know, the Sanders rip wrap is nice. We have a bunch of small charms and stuff that are pretty low level. And we got it made for low level, but not for throw though. That's the thing. The throw is not great early on. Throw barb is easy. You just get 1 or 2 amp damage weapons, which you can gamble, and then blood weapons, but crafted at a low level. Yeah, see, that's a pretty good idea. That's pretty good advice. Just gotta put the time in to do that stuff, right? But we're gonna have to, because the barb completely depends on weapons. So yeah, I'm not doing it now, Ryan. I'm not doing it now, but I'll tell you what, I will do it next stream. I'll do it next stream because we've been doing this stuff for a little while now, and I've been talking about the barb for too long. So next stream we'll level the barb. Because I actually do want to get it done. Because I want to do some trap. I think it's probably our best bet to getting runes. You played some Diablo, but Diablo 2 LOD is your favorite game of all time? Yeah. Very cool, man. We're on the same boat here, man. LOD, so good. Poor Druid. Yeah, the Druid's getting left in the dust, dude. He's so boring to play. Yeah, actually, I'm curious about the drop rates on... Let's see. Travancore. I mean, are they uniques or super uniques? What are they? How do I find them in this list? I mean, what the hell are their names? Here we go. Mayford Dragon Hand. One in 80k for the Cham. Yeah, 1 in 80k for Cham is pretty good compared to what we're looking at now. Yeah. Considering how quick it is, and then you can use find item too. Yeah. Of course, this site can't show me the chance of death web because that's just stupid, but. Yeah. Yeah, not bad, honestly, not bad. I think that's probably the best place to go for Cham and Zod. It's still gonna take forever, but you know, this is the life we live. Oh god. Drop some +3 Warcry jabs. Ah. I don't even really care about that stuff. I feel like it's not even worth the time that you put into it. I'd rather just make another Hodo. Can't I just wear 2 Hodos? Like I feel like that's, I have like 13 Vex runes. I have nothing to do with them. You got this, buddy? Take care of those ghosts for me? You're taking forever to kill them. Oh! What happened there? I looked over a chat for 1 second, man. Yikes. Alright, alright. Wouldn't be a daily double stream if I didn't die. Yeah, I died. You know what that means? Nothing. Nothing at all, because I'm a softcore boy. I'm a softie. Ooh, what was that? I heard it. It was a large charm. Nobody cares about large charms. Guys, how long has it been since we found a facet? Holy. That's the one thing I really miss about Andy, is that you're constantly getting facets. Not that I even use them. I mean, I put them in the stash and forget about them, but still. Need them for the collection. What did I miss? What's going on here? Oh. Look at me, I'm doing the seal trick. Whoa! Oh. Making sure there's no high runes. You never know. Wow. Yeah. That's about right. That's about right. This is why we do Diablo. His drops are just so insane. Like you've never seen before. I got the hiccups. So excited for the drops. Oh my god, Ben, you cured them. What the hell? How did you do that? You wizard. Yeah. Yeah, you're freaking me out, man. Putting random stuff in my swim lane that I didn't see at the start of the sprint. It's scary. Man, I think the best thing that we found in Chaos so far is what, like a Vex Rune? We found a couple Vex Runes a while back. A little bit demoralizing, honestly, but it just means something good is coming. And I know that's probably not the reality, but it's what I gotta say to trick myself. Yikes. Alright. Jeez. Alright guys, I got one more run. And then I gotta go. Because I gotta go install that dishwasher. Get some other stuff done. So it's gonna be a short one today. But next stream, we will level the barb. And then once he's ready, we'll do some trav. I picked up a second phase blade today. So we're gonna have 2 griefs, so we can do dual grief whirlwind. See how we like that. Maybe try out some war cry too. And hopefully get a Zod rune. Within... Huh. Well, it's bad enough that she needs installing, Ryan. Like, what kind of... Double grief whirlwind is overkill? I don't know. We're gonna find out. I've never played a barb before. Give me a break. I'm learning. I just heard that's what Sir Fox was doing, so being a little copycat I am. Legendary mallet. Stone Crusher. Actually a decent drop for once. Okay, you know, like we take those. Yeah, she could be lurking. You really do need to be careful. She usually is lurking. Only when you're saying negative things about her though. It's honestly, it's kind of weird. But it's kind of convenient because it's like I can summon her when I need to. Just by saying rude stuff. But it's pretty scary though. It is pretty scary. Alright, come on, last kill, man. Come on. Thank you, Ben. Perfect. Yeah, she's back in her cave now. Slowly walking backwards into her cave. I don't keep my wife in a cave. That's not. Alright, guys. So short stream tonight, but I will be back on Sunday and we will do some barb runs. I don't know if I should be excited for that. It'll probably be alright. It'll probably be okay. But thanks for being here. Appreciate you guys. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one, man. Take it easy.